What's up, guys? So today we're going to do a little grocery haul of what we got at the store today, and then we're going to show you what we meal prep every Saturday.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We got lots of stuff here. We usually plan 2 weeks worth, and so we have stuff for the 1 week, and then we go get groceries for the next week after that.
Yep, so some things we get every week, and then some things we get every other week, just kind of depends.
I wonder what we get every single week.
No, we don't. He's exaggerating. But, so we eat a low-carb diet. So I eat about 15 grams of carbs a day, and Quentin eats between 50 to 100 grams of carbs a day. I usually eat 15 because I have some blood sugar issues, and so that's what works best for me. For Quentin, it's just more of a health choice for, working out, building muscle, things like that.
It's a lot easier too when I don't have a box of cereal that she can't have.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So first off, we're going to start off with the fun stuff, which is the soda, because we get lots of soda. Because zero sugar soda is like my favorite treat to have. So we get the zero sugar A&W root beer. This is one of our favorites. It's so good.
We also get the 7-Up Zero Sugar Cherry flavor. That one's one of my favorites.
Yep. And then we get Diet Dr. Pepper, of course, because that's the best. And then we usually get one other thing. This week we got Coke Zero Vanilla. It kind of just depends what they have at the store. But this week they had Coke Zero Vanilla, which is amazing. But usually all of this soda lasts us almost a month. So don't worry, we're not drinking all of this in 1 week. That would be really bad. But all of this soda will last us a month or maybe more. So yeah.
And then I decided this week they didn't have the chocolate one of the protein shakes that I like, so I'm gonna try the caramel one because they are.
Yeah, so we like this brand of protein shakes. It's just the Equate brand from Walmart. They're like the cheapest, best tasting protein shakes that we found. So then continuing on with the drinks, we like these zero sugar flavored water sparkling beverages. They're really good for just like some extra hydration is mostly what I use these for. And then we like to get these water flavorings if we're really craving something flavorful. I like the kiwi strawberry flavor. I find it a lot easier to drink water if it tastes good rather than just like water. And so that's why I like to get lots of different options for drinks and then also the flavorings. So moving right along, we've got kind of our dairy stuff that we get.
We got eggs back here. We usually get around 36-ish eggs a week because I
Believe
like
it
to
or not, this lasts us only 1 week, these eggs. Because, with eating low carbs, we eat a lot of eggs.
Lots of eggs. And speaking of lots of stuff.
This is one of my other favorite treats. It's whipped cream. It's sugar-free whipped cream. It has 0 carbs in it. It is one of my all-time favorite things to eat because I can it's a guilt-free, good tasting snack. And it doesn't even, it's not even taste like sugar. It's just straight whipped cream. It's not even have any sugar in it.
Yeah. Then we need more substance last week. We decided this week we're going to try some Jellos with them.
Yeah, so I sometimes like to pair my zero sugar whipped cream with 0 sugar Jello. So don't add us in all the 0 sugar stuff. It's just, that's what we like and that's what works for us. So different things work for different people, and some people think that the 0 sugar stuff is bad for you, but I know for a fact it's not bad for me, so that's what I do. Anyway, but also keep in mind that, healthy, there's no such thing as healthy for every single person. And everyone's different, and something different works for every person. So don't take this as what you have to eat, but if you're trying to eat low carbs, then this is a really great place to start. Okay, next thing we get is sour cream. And the main thing we use this for is to make our homemade ranch. We'll mix it with the heavy cream, and then we'll put some different seasonings in it and stuff like that, and we'll actually meal prep that later today. So you'll see us make our homemade ranch.
It'll be good. We've also got, lots of times we get butter and cream cheese. It's always good to have these on hand. They're very high in fat and very low in carbs, which adds a lot of flavor to your food.
And one of the things when it comes to eating low carbs, some people just eat low carbs because they feel like it. For me, I eat low carbs, like I said, for my blood sugar. And one of the most crucial things when starting out eating low carbs is to make sure that you get into ketosis. And eating plenty of fat helps you get into ketosis. And so it's really important that when you're doing this diet, if you're doing a keto diet, that you make sure to not just increase your protein, but also your fat. And so I think the cream cheese and the butter are two of the main things we do for that.
And it's very good too because we're trying to maintain a regular schedule of eating healthy. And so I'm trying to build muscle, so I'm eating around 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day. And trying to keep low carb on that is really hard. So the fat also is a really good help.
This is the next thing.
You got yogurt. We usually get yogurt.
Yep, so this is the Ratio brand yogurt. They have 3 grams of carbs per thing of yogurt, 15 grams of fat, and 15 grams of protein. So that's a really good snack or breakfast or whatever.
And that's an important thing too. When you're doing this sort of diet, you need to make sure you're eating kind of constantly throughout the day. It's harder to do like 3 really big meals
Yes.
because you're eating so much fat and so much protein in one sitting that it's easier to split it up to like 6 or 7 kind of snacks a day rather than 3 big meals.
Yes. When you're doing keto and when your body is getting into ketosis, your body literally goes into starvation mode. So you're going to be hungrier more often. So it's really, really important that you have good snacks on hand that are going to be able to keep you in ketosis, but help with that hunger. So we've got a few different kinds of cheese going here. So
We usually get.
yep, so those are 3 ones we usually get. We sometimes get cheese sticks too. We had plenty this time, so we didn't need them. But we get the shredded cheese, and then we usually get 2 different kinds of sliced cheese for some different snacks. We'll do them on the hamburger patties. We do them on, I make little egg waffle sandwiches in the morning.
Called chaffles.
They're called chaffles, and we'll also meal prep those and give you the recipe later in this video. And so we put that on those as well. So moving right along to our meat. So we got 2 different kinds of sausage this time and 3 pounds of ground beef. So we use these for, Quentin does breakfast burritos in the morning. And so he'll put those, he might use some of that in his breakfast burritos. He also likes to include bacon. We had plenty of that this time, so we didn't get that. So he makes breakfast burrito mix, and then he'll make the breakfast burrito each morning.
Yep.
So,
These are for me. She can't have these.
yep, those are for him. The bananas aren't for me.
They're just, I like fruit. That's like my cheat food,
Yeah.
kind of like my snack.
If I could eat one type of sugar, it would be fruit, because fruit is probably the best kind of sugar.
I honestly would take a banana over a Hershey's bar, not gonna lie.
All right, so then we got vegetables. So we just like to get this classic iceberg salad mix. It just kind of has a combination of iceberg lettuce, a little bit of cabbage, and some carrots. And it has 3 grams of carbs in it, so you can make a nice good salad with some meat and some ranch, and it's delicious. Then we've got some green onions, and then, these are some fruits that we do. We have some limes, because we love to add limes to our soda. Super delicious.
Yeah, barely any carbs, just a little
Just a
kick,
little lime juice.
and it makes your soda way better, so you should try it.
Yep. And then we got some cucumbers because they're a good food to snack on. And they're low in
They go good in
carbs.
salads that
They
we
go
make.
good in the salads that we make. And so yeah. So then these are just a couple random things that we got this time for a few recipes. We have some steak sauce, some Worcestershire sauce, some cilantro, and some dill. So those are 2 of the things that we'll put, some of the things we'll put in our ranch and in our different things this week. So yeah. So that is everything we bought this week, and now we'll move into the part where we start meal prepping for the week. And so we'll give you guys the recipes and everything that we make at the beginning or on Saturdays. So the first thing that we meal prep is boiled eggs. So we have this handy dandy egg holder, and what we like to do is we like to fill it with boiled eggs every Saturday. So we have 4 left from last week, so we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boiled eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 10 more eggs. just like that, placed into the pot. And then I am going to get cold water. And cover the eggs completely. Then I'll place it on the burner. I'm just gonna add just a little bit of salt because that just helps water boil more effectively. And then I just turn this front burner on about medium high. So then I just let it come to a boil and then I set a 15-minute timer once it starts a rolling boil.
Alright, so I'm making my breakfast burrito mix sort of thing. So right now I've got the sausage and the mushroom in the mix. And today I'm going to try some new seasonings. So I'm going to do a little bit of cooking, just not a ton, just a little dash in there. I'm going to do some chili powder for some spice and some kick. Just leave it all over it. I'm going to do lots of salt because it helps with my pots and water retention. So
And it makes it taste
good. And it makes it taste good. And I need salt. And then I'm going to do our secret mixture of spices. You guys don't get to know, but it's secret. You just have to figure it out. Okay, I'll let this cook the rest of the way and then we'll add the eggs. Adding the eggs in here. You don't believe we can go through 36 eggs in a week? Well, let's just say I'm using 10 for my breakfasts.
Yep, so we've already got 10 breakfasts and 10 boiling, so.
Yeah, we haven't even started making the egg waffles yet.
Nope. So now we're on to making the egg waffles. We call these chaffles, but we also like to joke that they're called Eggo waffles. They're just kind of
Checkos.
just whatever you want to call them, Cheggos, you know. So first off, in my bowl here, I put half a stick of butter and half a stick of cream cheese in here, and I just put that in the microwave for about a minute to soften it real good, and then I mixed it really good so that there's no chunks. So the next thing we're gonna do is I have coconut flour. So you just need a little bit of this. This is one of the lower carb flours. You can also use almond flour if you have that. You don't need a ton of this. It just kind of helps with these ingredients combined. So I kind of eyeball about 2 tablespoons. Would be my guess. So then we mix that. And then we add the eggs. So I have 8 eggs in here that we're gonna add.
Wow, look at where all our eggs went.
Right? We use tons of eggs. I got a shovel. Coconut flour in here. We're going to give this a good mix. This kind of can take a while to mix because you've really got to get everything to come together without being chunky, which can be hard because you've got lots of different temperatures going on in here. Okay, so now we've got this mixed pretty well. There is going to be some chunks, but I actually like keeping a little bit of the chunks because then you have like little cream cheese pockets throughout when you eat it. So next up we have some cheddar cheese. With the cheese, you kind of can just throw in as much, however cheesy you want it to be. I probably do like a 1.5 cups. So I did that's probably close to a cup of cheddar cheese, and then I'll do probably about the same of mozzarella. I like to mix the 2 kinds of cheese just because it adds more flavor. gingerbread waffle iron. You can use whatever waffle iron you want, but this is the one that we have that I like to use because it's like a mini waffle iron. And it's like the perfect size to make like a little sandwich every morning. So I get my 1/4 of a cup measurement here. I do about a 1/4 of a cup in there, a little less just because it's not quite enough. I just pour it straight in the center here. And then just close it. And I give that about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. And then I just go through all my batter.
Alright, so once it's getting really close to the being completely cooked, I usually take a handful or so of cheese, could be any kind that you like. A little bit more. Just kind of sprinkle it all on top. And I turn off the temperature so it kind of sits and just warms until I'm ready to put it away. Okay,
so it's been 15 minutes since it's been in a rolling boil. So now I'm going to take this off the heat very, very carefully. And I'm going to pour it into my strainer. I try to get as much water as I can out first just because I don't want the eggs to crash down too much and cause any breakage. So there's that. And then I douse them in cold water. You don't want them to cook any longer because if they do, then it'll expand and it'll crack.
So I'm cooking bacon because we like putting bacon in our waffles and our breakfast burritos and things. And so I'm just going to fry it up really quickly, make sure it's nice and crispy and not chewy.
So I got the boiled eggs all in our little organizer and they're ready to go for the week. Next up, it is time to make our own ranch. This is the best ranch ever. So first off, we've got the rest of that block of cream cheese. So I have to put all the cream cheese in here and I've just like kind of softened it down. Next, we're gonna put some sour cream. So I'll just put the rest of this container in here. You can kind of just measure it by ear, but I'm doing probably pretty close to equal parts sour cream to cream cheese. We like to make lots of this because we like to do salads some days for our lunches. So we gotta have our homemade ranch to go in it. Okay, then I'm gonna take a little bit of mayonnaise. Not a lot, just like 1 spoonful. 1 like heaping spoonful, like that much. Perfect. And then you can use some half and half or heavy cream, whichever you have is fine. Even milk would work. Just pour a little bit in there, just kind of cover the top to help it mix together good. Okay, so then we kind of Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our spices. The first thing we're gonna add is dill weed. This gives it that nice ranchy flavor. Oh, the fan is blowing it. Just like a lot of this. You want like a ton. See how much I'm adding in here? We've got a lot of ranch. So we're gonna add some parsley flakes, good amount of those. Then we have onion salt, nice amount, and garlic powder. And then to top it all off, we have some fresh basil. So I'm just going to rip these leaves, twist them kind of into the ranch. So we have a basil plant that we got, and it's been so fun to like incorporate the basil into all of our recipes. So yep, so now we just give it a good stir. I kind of do this based on taste and look when it comes to how much seasoning to add. So I give it a good stir and I kind of look at it and see how it looks, and this looks pretty darn good.
We've cooked all of our bacon. A little crispier than I like it usually, but it's gonna be very delicious.
See, so the truffles are done. So now they just go in the fridge and I eat them throughout the week.